Good morning, sir. Me, Prasoon Dwivedi, with Jayaditya Kishore and Siddhant Mlahotra, have prepared our project on book management system. This is a Python script that creates a graphical user interface for a book management system using the tkinter module. It includes a database called mybooks.db and a table called book with four columns: ID, title, author, and ISBN. The script creates a class called DB with several methods that allow for various operations on the database, such as viewing all the rows, inserting a new row, updating a row, deleting a row, and searching for a row by title or author. The GUI includes an input from where the user can enter the title, author, and ISBN of a book. The user can add the book to the database by clicking the Add button. Now we will run the program. The given code is a Python program that creates a GUI application for managing a database of books. The program uses the tkinter module to create a window with labels, entry boxes, buttons, and a list box for displaying the data from the database. The program also uses the SQLite 3 module to connect to the database and perform SQL operations such as creating tables, inserting, updating, deleting, and searching for rows. The program defines a class DB that contains functions for performing various operations on the database, such as view, insert, update, delete, and search. The view function is used to retrieve all the rows in the database and return them as a list. The insert function is used to add a new row to the database by accepting user input for title, author, and ISBN number. The update function is used to update the values of a selected row in the database with the user input. The delete function is used to delete a row from the database on the ID of the selected row. The search function is used to search for a row in the database on the title or author name. The program defines a functions get selected row that is called when a row is selected in the list box. The function retrieves the values of the selected row and inserts them into the entry boxes for editing. The program also defines functions for the various button commands such as view command, search command, add command, delete command.
SQLite is a lightweight, open source, serverless, relational database management system. It is widely used in various applications because of its ease of use, reliability, and portability. It stores data in a single file and can be accessed using SQL queries. SQLite does not require any special installation or setup, as it is built into most programming languages, including Python. In the given code, the SQLite 3 module is used to create and manage the database. The SQLite 3.connect method creates a new database or connects to an existing one if already exists. The cursor method returns a cursor object that is used to execute SQL queries on the database. In this code, the create table query is used to create a new table, name students with three columns: ID, name, and email. The insert into query is used to insert new records into the students table. The select query is used to retrieve all the records from the students table and display them in the tkinter GUI. Import tkinter as tk. This imports the tkinter module and gives it the alias tk for easier references in the later code. Import SQLite 3. This imports the SQLite 3 module, which is used for interacting with SQLite databases. Con SQLite 3.connect example DB. This creates a connection object con to the SQLite database with the file name example.db. If the database file does not exist, it won't be created. C is equal to con.cursor. This creates a cursor object with C which is used to execute a SQL statements on the database. Def submit. This defines a function called submit which will be called if the user clicks the submit button. C execute. This SQL statement inserts a new row into the address table and the values of each column are taken from the tkinter entry widgets which are accessed using the get method. The values are passed to the SQL statement using a dictionary with keys that matches the placeholder in the SQL statement. Con.commit. This commits to the changes made to the database. It is important to call this method after making the changes to the database. Otherwise, the changes will not be saved. Beyond this, the code will be explained by Jayaditya.
Tkinter is a standard Python library used for creating GUI, graphical user interface applications. It is a cross-platform library that provides various widgets such as buttons, labels, entry fields, etc. to create interactive graphical interfaces. Tkinter is easy to learn and can be used to create simple as well as complex GUI applications. In the given code, the Tkinter module is used to create GUI window with a label, an entry field and a button. The label widget is used to display a text message. The entry widget is used to take input from the user. The button widget is used to trigger an action when clicked. The command attribute of the button widget is set to submit function, which is called when the button is clicked. The submit function retrieves the value entered by the user into entry fields, inserts them into SQLite database using the insert into query, receives all the records from the student table using the select query and displays them in the list box widget. The list box widget is used to display a list of items. In this code, it is used to display the records retrieved from the SQL database. Overall, the code uses SQLite to create and manage a database of student records and uses Tkinter to create a simple GUI application and insert and retrieve records from the database. Some of the explanation of the code would be the execute uh, statement. This SQL statement selects all columns and rows from the address table as well as unique identifier column called OID records. C.fetch this fetches all the records returned by SQL statement into a list called records. Print records. This initializes a string variable called print records. For record in records, this starts a loop that iterates over each row in the records list. Print records concentrates the first and last name, columns 0 and 1, and the individual identifier OID, colon 6 of each row into the print records string variable. Query level. tk.label. This creates a new Tkinter label widget called query level with the text set to print a record string. Query level.grid. This places query level widget in the grid layout at row 8, column 0 with a column span of 2. That is, it occupies 2 columns. Fname label. tk label. This creates a Tkinter label widget. So this is a book management system made by our team. Thank you.